A seller says mobile, charges mobile prices, and ships you a data center IP with a mobile sticker on it. The sites you are trying to reach can tell the difference in a millisecond. Here is how you tell two in about 2 minutes before you spend a cent. I run a hardware proxy farm in Singapore. Real SIMs on Singtel, M1 and StarHub, so I know exactly which corners get cut and how to spot them from the outside. None of this needs special tools. It needs one curl command and knowing what to read in the result. Start with why this even matters. The only thing you are actually buying from a mobile proxy is the IP's reputation. A real carrier IP works where a data center gets blocked because sites trust an address that belongs to Singtel more than one that belongs to a server rack. That is the entire product. So a fake mobile IP is not a small ripoff. It fails at the exact moment you needed it to work, gets refused where a real one gets through, and you paid mobile money for data center results. Verifying first is not paranoia. It is the cheapest insurance there is. Check 1 is the network owner. Every IP belongs to a network, and that network has an owner you can look up. This is the single most useful check. Run your traffic through the proxy, hidden IP intelligence endpoint, and read who owns the address. A real Singapore mobile proxy resolves to a carrier, Singtel, M1 or StarHub. A data center IP resolves to a hosting company or a cloud provider. If the owner is a hosting company, it is not mobile, full stop. No amount of marketing changes who owns the IP. Behind the stew is the connection type. Good IP intelligence endpoints label the type directly. Mobile, residential, or hosting. Mobile is what you want. Read this together with the owner, not instead of it. A data center says hosting no matter what the seller's website claims. Check 3 is whether it rotates like a phone. A real mobile line moves the way a phone moves. Pull the IP on the rotating endpoint, wait, and pull again. A genuine mobile proxy gives you a new address inside the carrier's own range. The same carrier, a related block. A fake one either never changes or it jumps to a random unrelated network, which means it is a pool of data center IPs being cycled, not a real phone on a carrier schedule. If it jumps to a completely different owner, that is your red flag. Check 4 is whether the location is real. Singapore on the sales page does not mean the IP actually sits in Singapore. Check that the IP lands in the country it was sold as, on the carrier it was sold as, not Singapore served off a host in another country. This matters most if you bought a proxy specifically for a region. The whole reason to pay for a Singapore mobile IP is to look like a real local connection. An IP that shows the right country, but the wrong owner is not that. Check 5 is the shared fingerprint. Mobile IPs are carrier grade, which means one public IP is shared by many real subscribers at once. That shared look is a feature, not a flaw. It is exactly why a mobile IP blends in. So if a mobile proxy hands you a clean, dedicated IP that nobody else ever touches, that is a data center trait, not a mobile one. Real phones share. A suspiciously private, exclusive IP is a tell, not a perk. Now the one-line test that covers most of this. You do not need 5 separate tools. You need one curl to a neutral IP intelligence endpoint through the proxy, and then you read the result properly. When it comes back, read 3 fields together, not just the country. The network owner, which should be a real carrier and not a hosting company. The connection type, which should say mobile. And the location, which should match the country and carrier you paid for. If all 3 line up, it is real. If the country is right, but the owner is a hosting company, you just found a data center IP wearing a mobile label, and you found it before you paid for it. Some tells show up on the sales page before you ever connect. No carrier ever named, just the word mobile. Promises of unlimited threads which real shared mobile lines cannot honestly make. A per gigabyte price far below what real SIMs cost to run. And no trial, so you cannot verify before paying. Any one of those is a reason to test before you buy. All 4 of them together is a reason to just walk away. The honest move for any provider is to let you verify before money changes hands. There is a free trial of Singapore mobile proxy, real SIMs on Singtel, M1 and StarHub from my own farm. Run the exact curl, read the owner, the type and the location, and confirm a real Singapore mobile IP yourself. The link is in the description and it points to the home page. If a provider will not let you check first, that already tells you what you need to know. Subscribe because the next video is the honest one. Why mobile proxies are slower and when that trade-off is actually worth it. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.